The mysterious CEO. 26-year-old Charlotte Evans is busy with tackling the male-dominated hotels and casino business. A classic example of beauty with brains, she is witty, graceful, rich, and independent. She has always lived a competitive but hassle-free life. But her life changes when she finds out that her dad's suffering from brain tumor and wants to see her married to a guy of his choice before he dies. Ryan Spencer, 28-year-old, ruthless construction business magnate, has been blessed with a hot body and Greek godlike looks. He has always lived his life on his own terms. What'll happen when the mischievous playboy is forced to marry some random girl? What'll happen when two different souls are forced to become soulmates? Chapter 1. Char, wake up, sweetie. It's 6:30 a.m. already, and you have a meeting at 8 a.m., said Stella Evans. She doesn't find Charlotte in her bedroom, and looks around in the bathroom and her balcony but doesn't find her. She goes to her room to get her cell phone when she notices the study room's light on. She peeks in to find Charlotte sleeping on her table with her laptop on and files open on the table. Char, you'll sick if you keep working like this. I'll call your secretary, Maria, and ask her to postpone your meeting. You need to sleep, said Stella. No, Mom. It's really important for me, Charlotte says groggily. What is the time? 6:50. Oh damn, I'll be late. I'll argue on this later, Mom. I'll have to be really quick. I'll have my breakfast at office. Char rushed to her room, took a quick shower, and wore a deep V-cut blouse and black pants with nude heels and studs. She applied a little makeup and let her hair loose. She collected her bag and keys from her cupboard and headed to her office in her favorite car, Aston Martin Vanquish. She reached the office, got ready for her presentation and meeting. She had proposed for construction of a new branch of her casino and hotel chain named The Paradise in Hawaii. She couldn't miss this opportunity. This project would increase the profits per annum by 20%. She started her presentation and showed the layout of the resort. The delegates were immensely satisfied with her. They further discussed the details, and the deal was finalized by 11 a.m. After the meeting, Maria got her schedule and reminded her of a lunch meeting at the Hilton Grand with a Japanese client at 1 p.m. By that time she reviewed some files. It was a 30 minutes drive from her office, so she took David Hall, her driver, and a confidant along with her. Maria had booked a terrace cabinet for the meeting. Char was early, so she sat there enjoying the view and thought that she liked her life, her work, but she didn't have any time for herself. She seriously needed a long vacation. But she cannot take one. Miami is really beautiful, said the Japanese client as he arrived and looked at the view from the terrace. She couldn't agree less. They discussed about their joint venture of a seaside resort in Tokyo, which is to be inaugurated next month. And she will have to visit Tokyo at least 5 days before to make it grand and successful. The meeting went well. While having her tuna salad and enjoying the view, she decided to shift to her penthouse from her dad's mansion. The mansion was lovely, had a great view, but she wanted to enjoy this rooftop view every day, and the condo she had bought served the purpose well. She excused herself and went to the restroom to empty her bladder when she heard moans from the nearby cubicle and a sexy and deep voice. The cubicle door was slightly open. She could peep in, but she didn't care, although she did find the voice of the man to be hot. After getting done with her business, she went. Chapter 2. Fuck me harder, baby. Oh yes. She moaned and screamed louder. Her scarlet fingers scratching my back, her moans turning me on more. I pounded her harder when I heard the washroom door click. And through the slightly open door of the cubicle we were in, I saw a pair of long black pants-cladded legs. She had a lovely derriere. And I couldn't see the rest, because I was busy fucking. But what captured my attention more was her fragrance. It was so mesmerizing that I could spot that fragrance from a crowd. I was brought back to earth by Julia's climax, and then I climaxed with her. For the first time in my life, I have been distracted by someone while having sex. I kissed Julia hungrily. She's a bombshell. She had been distracting me with her peekaboo tactics, throughout the meeting. She wore a tight little outfit and displayed her boobs and panties whenever she could. And the girl needed to be punished for this. After our little session, we both straightened our clothes and headed back to the conference hall, as the meeting was to be continued at 3:30 a.m. "By the way, Julia, you're fired," I said before entering the conference room. It took her 2 minutes to get, and asked me why I do that. "Because I don't fuck the staff." She stomped her feet and went away. I entered the room, and we continued the meeting. We had just received the layout for the construction of the paradise in Hawaii. We'll be starting soon. It's gonna be a grand project. I'm very excited about it. This is the first time I have signed the construction for a resort. Our company deals with bungalow houses and office building constructions. I'd have rejected this as well, but the idea of the hotel company was amazing. I flew from New York to Miami just to take a look at the original and the founder branch of the paradise, and I must say it is way prettier than the one in New York. I should visit this place more often. And I am really excited to meet their CEO. I have heard she's really charming. They want us to build a jungle-themed resort. Their major concern is that it should be eco-friendly. Solar panels and tidal fan installation for harvesting energy is their demand. Also, they don't want us to deforest much. They want us to make the flora a part of the hotel. And I have a perfect plan for that. This will be fun. I clicked a few pictures of the paradise, Miami, to assure the board that our project has bright prospects. Chapter 3. "Hey Char, what's up? Haven't seen you from ages," said Lily. "We met yesterday itself, silly. Seems long enough to me. Let's go clubbing tonight. What say?" "I'm busy with office work. Tell me something new." "Hey, hothead, relax. Saturday, for sure. How's Jamie doing?" "That nerd is always busy with his med school stuff. Anyway, I'm going on a blind date today, and..." "Excuse me, when did that happen? You invited me just 5 minutes ago." "Yeah, but this guy asked me out a while ago, and because I'm not busy, so I said yes." "Enjoy then. I was about to hang the call." "Wait, Char." "Yes. What should I wear?" "Ugh. You have so many clothes that look good on you, wear anything." "Why can't you answer simply?" "Oh, okay, wear the green sheath dress you bought last week." "No. The yellow, shift dress you bought from Hermes." "Not yellow. The blue jumpsuit. Too corporate." "If you have to refuse everything I suggest, then why do you ask me?" "Oh, the lavender one, you've never worn that, and it looks pretty awesome." "There you go, girl. Thanks, babe, we'll call you tomorrow." "Yeah, sure, have fun." I locked my cabin and drove back home. Coco, my maid, took my stuff to my room, and I sat on the couch in the living room, admiring my family mansion. It has many memories, but it's time for me to leave, and informing Mom is gonna be difficult. Flashback. 8 years ago. "Mom, Dad, I have been selected by the Harvard University. They've accepted me." "That's amazing, sweetie. I've decided to move out." "What?" "Please, Mom, how long am I supposed to stay with you people? I want to work, I want to be independent and successful like Dad. And how am I supposed to attend my classes if I stay here in Miami? You won't live alone in Cambridge, your dad will buy you a luxurious flat, and you'll live with your grandma. You already have your credit cards, and I'll send Coco and David along with you. Also, why do you have to work in some other company? You can handle the family business with Dad. We have a century-old perfume empire. From kings to celebrities to sportsmen, even the president has been using perfumes made by us. It's such a huge business, and your dad will be old soon. You'll have to handle it anyway." "But Mom, I want to be independent, and I want to run my own business. And Peter and Tina can look after the perfume empire. And why can't I live alone like other girls do?" Other girls also attend socialite parties and functions with their moms. They go on dates, bake, stay at home, and help with chores as well. Do you do that? Have I ever forced you to do anything which you don't like? You can study anything you want, but you won't stay alone. And no negotiation on that. Daddy, Please explain, Mom. No, Charlotte. I agree with Stella, and it is only for your good. Our company is at loss that a bright mind like yours won't be its part, but you'll have to do as we say. And you can always lead us. Flashback ends. I think it's time now. Mom, Dad, Tina, Jake, Grandma, and Grandpa sit on the dining table and have chicken ravioli and pita bread. Dad and Grandpa have some old monk, and rest of us have some champagne. After our plates have been cleared and everyone's chilling in the living room, Dad and Jake having a heated conversation on baseball, and rest of them were watching news. Attention everyone, I have to share some good news. I bought a well-furnished condo at Royal Enclave. And I've decided to move out. That's so cool, sis, said Jake. Mom and Dad had a blank expression. Okay, dear, said Mom. I'll help you with the shifting, said Dad. I was shocked that they did not object. Something was definitely fishy. I did not prod them more for information, as I was happy that they allowed me. I changed into my PJs. I went to sleep early, as I was very tired. I had a breakfast meeting at office next morning. Chapter 4. I reached New York by 8 a.m., and went straight to my office first. I had a room in my office. The room was attached to my cabin. I took a shower there, and changed into a white shirt and black pants. I was going through a balance sheet when my phone pinged. It was Hans' message. Hans, hello dumbass. Me, get to the point. Hans, getting married next week. Me, woohoo. Say bye to your freedom. Hans, shut up arse. I love Misato. She's simply awesome. Me, someone smitten. Hans, whatever. Anyway, I don't have time for your shit. We'll have a traditional Japanese marriage in Tokyo. And your presence is mandatory. So you've a flight on Monday to Tokyo. Clear your schedule, and get your ass to airport at 7 a.m. on Monday. Me, you prick. Couldn't you inform that earlier? Hans, I'd have told you if it was decided earlier, and not today. I've lots to do. I'm hanging up. And couple entry would be appreciated. Asshole, I snort. So I continue with my balance sheet, when Mrs. Serio calls on the base to inform me that candidates I've chosen for being my arm candy for tonight's event has arrived. Miss Karina Stewart, 28, a former Calvin Klein brand ambassador, and a Victoria's Secret model now. She entered the room. And the moment she did, I started checking her out. She's 5 feet 11 inches, and has a sexy body. She has a nice booty, and her tight little skirt was failing miserably to hide it, and her cleavage was on full show. She caked her face with makeup. I could do something of that body, I thought. Good afternoon, Mr. Spencer. Join me for the gala ball tonight, Miss Stewart. Here's my credit card, shop well for it. She walked towards me, and sat on my lap. She bit my earlobe, licked it, and whispered, I don't want your money. What do you want? You. Is that so? I tore her skirt apart, and threw her shirt away. Fuck, Karina. You're so hot. She wore a lacy black lingerie. Without wasting another second, I took her undies and bra off. I fondled her breasts with one hand, and fingered her hot pussy with another. She moaned, she whimpered. I turned her around and spanked her round and milky ass red. Then I dropped my pants, and fucked her hard. It was amazing, she was amazing. We climaxed together, then I ordered a new dress. She thanked me, and got dressed. We'll pick you up at 7. Okay, sure. I got busy with my work. At 5:30 p.m., I got ready for the ball. I wore a blue tuxedo, with black shirt. She wore a long black dress with silver heels. She looked stunning. It was a masquerade party. So she had brought a mask. I had got a mask for myself already. My driver drove the Mercedes to the Paradise where the event was to be held. It is one of the best hotels in New York. A charity ball is organized by a socialite society named Omega. My mom has been as the president of the society for the last 10 years. And she has been in her full throttle since then. She enjoys it. We entered the grand hall. It had the capacity to accommodate 2,500 people at once. No wonder Mom selected it, or she'd have got a shamiana set up at our backyard. We entered the hall arm in arm, and I spotted my mom. At the age of 58, she looked way younger and prettier. She wore a green cocktail dress, and a golden Venetian mask with gold jewelry and clutch. She looked gorgeous. I walked towards her, taking her in a hug. I kissed her cheek. "I'm glad to see you, darling." "So am I, Mom, you look breathtaking." "You don't look bad yourself." She stole a glance from me, to look at Karina. "And may I know who this young lady is?" "She's Karina Stewart, my date tonight." "Oh, okay. You seem familiar. I think I've seen you in some magazine." "Nice to meet you, Mrs. Spencer. I used to work for Vogue. And I'm a Victoria's angel now." "That's nice. Would you please excuse Ryan and me for some time? I want to introduce him to some of my guests." Karina forced a smile and nodded. "Couldn't you get someone who looked a little less fake?" "She has a hot body," my groin agreed. "She's a close friend, Mom." "Okay, if you say so." She took me towards a group of people, where I found my dad and little sister. I hugged them. Then Mom introduced me to a few people. All of them were rich businessmen and their wives. Wells, who own Cartier. Macmillans, who own printing presses all over America. Raihas are an Indian family settled in New York. They have a chain of Indian restaurants and hotels in U.S. Their chain of hotels is known by the name of Zyka. I've been there quite a few times. They specialize in Indian architecture. And my mom introduced me to a very tall and beautiful lady, Mrs. Stella Evans. She said she was here with her daughter. I couldn't meet her, because she was attending a phone call from their client. Evans owned the century-old perfume empire Lead Us. She's from Miami, and was attending this ball just for my mom. My mom is a big fan of their fragrances. But then the whole world is. Stella wore a long purple gown with pearl jewelry and a sequined mask. All of a sudden I had a sense of déjà vu. That aroma, I could smell her, but I don't know from where. Chapter 5. I'll be going to New York for a charity ball. Would you like to join me? Asked Mom. I don't want to go, but then I don't want to upset her anymore. She's not too happy with me moving out already. Okay, Mother, I'll join you. It is to be held at your hotel only. Oh, okay, I did hear about it. I'll ask Maria to book our tickets for? Don't bother, that is done. We've a flight at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. The next day both of us got ready. Both of us were sporting jeans and top. Mom wore a blue top and black jeans, and I wore a white top and blue jeans. We landed in New York at 10:30 a.m. and checked in the hotel. After Miami, this was my second project. Earlier, there was a hotel at this place by the name of the Moonlight. I bought this place and got it reconstructed and rejuvenated. Hotel business has been my passion since childhood. When we went on vacations with Dad, I used to admire the decorations, the detailing, the food, and the service. I wanted to own them, and so I decided to pursue my career here. Many sleepless and tiring nights, risks of getting bankrupt, but nothing could shake my determination. And my dad's support is something I won't forget ever. Though he never accepted that he used his powers to get me through a lot of situations easily. But I knew that he did. We checked in the VIP Deluxe suite. I designed this suite along with my chief designer. It has an Italian architecture. We had some bagels and coffee. Then we took a nap. Mom wanted to have a full spa treatment. So I contacted the manager of the hotel and got everything arranged. While Mom was busy with her spa, I started working via Skype. Then at 4 p.m., she was done with her spa, and boy, she looked amazing. She was happy. I got ready and selected a red dress to wear. I selected a silver mask, jewelry, and clutch to go with it. Both of us wore our masks and went down where the ball was being held. The ballroom looked beautiful and lively. I don't have any interest in such socialite parties, but once in a while it is fine. My mom introduced me few families, out business partners. I excused myself to attend a call from my Japanese client. He told me that the inauguration date will be preponed. This hotel is an epitome of beauty and perfection. Miss Elsa Parker, the owner of this hotel, and the Paradise chain, said the lady in green. She maintains a low profile. She doesn't attend social events or interviews. Only her clients who sign a NDA have seen her, said the lady in white. I smiled at their conversation. Flashback. Dad, I want to start my own business. Could you loan me some money? I'll repay it for sure. Darling, you don't have to take a loan, it is all yours only. No, Dad, I must repay you. Could you do me a favor, please? Yes. Please help me make a fake driving license and fake birth certificate under the name of Elsa Parker. Why? Because I don't want to use your name to get my way out easily through situations. Dad, I know, contacts are important too and everything, but I want to start something fresh at an atomic level. Please let me know if you need any kind of help. Yes, Dad. Thank you so much. Flashback ends. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Stevenson, your MC for today. So here we'll start this ceremony. We have gathered here for the noble purpose of charity. Many ceremonies are held by the socialite organization Omega. All the funds raised by the event today will be donated to the Speechless, which is a pet shelter and Espere, an old age home. To start with the event, I'd first invite the president of the organization, Mrs. Spencer. Good evening to one all. I, Ivana Spencer, welcome you all to our today's charity event, Charisma. Our organization Omega was founded by Princess Francesca of Ebony Islands in 1844. Since then, the organization has been preserved and promoted. It is an honor for me to serve as the president. I announce the ceremony open. So, now, we'll start with the auction. I'd like to thank some special guests for the contributions they've made for the auction. A diamond necklace by Demon Wells. A Dior limited edition clutch and sunglasses by Liana Dior. It is a single piece. 5 coupons of special buffet, night for free at the Saika by Miss Jasprit Raheja. A weekend in the waterfront bungalow, Lake Tahoe by Mr. Ryan Spencer. A coupon for 4 for 6 months to the Pearl Theater VIP Circle, by Mr. Angelo Martin. A Shopper's Choice VIP coupon, from Versace by Carol Simmons. A bottle of Encantadora, and Encantador by Mrs. Evans. The Vintage Wine Sakura by Mr. Yamoto. 5 days and 5 nights family vacation at the Paradise Miami by Miss Elsa Parker. The MC announced. I could hear hushed voices and whispers as my pseudonym was announced. Is she here? No, I don't think so. I hope I could meet her today. The people talked, I could be least bothered. I think they'd never know who Elsa is.